Monday night, the Chiefs return home to GEHA Field at Arrowhead to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pre-game kicks off at 6 on your home for Kansas City Chiefs football.
Presented by Mounts Plumbing and Construction in Moscow Mills. Call 314-230-9001. The Chiefs play on News Radio KYRO.
7-0.
News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO and Traveling East Productions present Election Night coverage. This Tuesday, November 5th, coverage begins at 4 online, 5 on the radio until the results are in. From the resources of Fox News, MissouriNet, KYRO News, and Traveling East Productions. Election Night coverage, Decision 2024 on News Radio KYRO. Depend on it. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO and Traveling East Productions present Election Night coverage. This Tuesday, November 5th, coverage begins at 4 online, 5 on the radio until the results are in. From the resources of Fox News, MissouriNet, KYRO News, and Traveling East Productions. Election Night coverage, Decision 2024 on News Radio KYRO. Depend on it.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 10 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Pam Puso. It's a fight to the finish.
If you give me the chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way.
Vice President Kamala Harris rallying supporters in North Carolina from the same battleground state her opponent, former President Trump, blasted the Biden administration.
I will bring back the American dream. We don't have the American dream. We had it. You know, we also had energy independence 4 years ago. This is all you need to know. Kamala broke it. She broke it. We will fix it.
Last night, Vice President Harris appeared on Saturday Night Live on NBC. The Trump campaign says the former president wasn't even invited to appear. America is listening to Fox News.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025, if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at www.robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodity interests can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Display prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. This station does not recommend any specific.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The stock market ending the week with a rally. The Dow finishing up 289 points, S&P 500 up 23, NASDAQ up 145. The October jobs report released today showed just 12,000 jobs were created in October due to Hurricanes Helene and Milton and the Boeing strike. Both ExxonMobil and Chevron reported stronger than expected earnings, though earnings were down from a year ago. NVIDIA will replace Intel in the Dow Jones Industrial Average after a 25-year run. Intel, which used to be the dominant chip maker, missing out on the AI bandwagon. Charter Communications reporting better than expected profit and sales results. Spectrum's parent company losing fewer subscribers than predicted. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Laura Cantor, invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and don't have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney. Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033. Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you don't pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call if you've been injured in an auto accident. Call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation. Call 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033. 800-815-5033.
Auto Accident Help Desk.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
Bears cornerback Tyreek Stevenson will not start today against the Cardinals after mocking fans last week before the Hail Mary against the Commanders. Puka Nacua, Rams wide receiver, he's expected to play against the Seahawks. He missed some practice this week with a knee injury. Quarterback Jordan Love and running back Josh Jacobs expected to suit up today for the Packers against the Lions. Jaguars expect to have running backs Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne in the lineup. Also, wide receiver Brian Thomas in the lineup today against Philly. Panthers wide receiver Xavier Legette nursing a toe. He's supposed to play. Wide receiver Adam Thielen and running back Jonathan Brooks both out. Commanders running back Brian Robinson will test his hamstring ahead of today's matchup with the Giants. Titans running back Tony Pollard, game time decision with the foot. And Cowboys running back Trayvon Diggs, also a game time decision with a calf. Cam Robinson expected to play tonight for Minnesota. He was just traded there on Thursday. I'm Martin Weiss.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy, getting down to 55 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s, heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 60s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 57. In Wentzville it's 58 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, good Sunday morning. It's been a little rainy, a little drizzly this morning in the East Lincoln County and St. Louis area, but you know what? It's not going to damper my spirits, baby.
It shouldn't.
And we are live. It is Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. I'm Sarge Phillips, and along with me, superfan Tim Williams.
Hey, I'm a little bit tired, but
hey, you better get that out of your system, my friend.
I'm telling you, everybody, you guys missed something. Oh,
and back in the studio after a 3-week hiatus, gone and off doing things with the fam, and taking care of business, as we say. It's so awesome to have him back in the studio. He is, of course, our referee, the one and only H.D. Daniels. Good morning, my friend.
Yeah, good morning. It's glad to be back. Whew. My voice sounds a little sore today. Wonder why.
I wonder why.
It's all those 3 counts.
Berating all those wrestlers.
And, of course, as we always do at the very beginning of the show, a huge thank you to our sponsor for this show for helping us with everything that we do. World League Wrestling, the house that Harley Race built, and continuingly to be built by the one and only, the legacy Leland race, and I've got some important things to say about that man here very, very soon. But before we jump into last night, we're going to get in the Wayback Machine just for a little bit, and we're going to go back about 5.5 years ago. Now, I know, HD, you weren't quite yet with World League Wrestling. Superfan, you've been out and around and doing things, and you weren't quite yet with watching World League Wrestling. But for myself, front row, baby, every single time, right? So I've been a fan of World League Wrestling, World Legion Wrestling beforehand, since about 2001. So about 2 years after the company got its start, right? And my very first night, boots on the ground in Iraq, I took all my DVD tape or my VHS tapes and turned them into DVDs and all that kind of stuff. And my very first night, it was watching World League Wrestling. So it's always been, to me, a part of me, right? And then let's fast forward really fast to 2019, Night of Champions 4. Being able to be in the front row, seeing that main event of Nick Aldis defending the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against the Legacy Leland race, and everything else that happened that night. It was just amazing, right? And thinking at that time, how much better can it get, right? Oh, little did I know. Little did any of us know. Now, that was the last Night of Champions that Harley Race attended, because he passed away later on that year on the 1st of August, 2019. And I know there was a lot of scuttlebutt. There was a lot of talk. There was a lot of pushing one way and pushing another way of World League Wrestling. Is it going to survive? Does it need to just go ahead and close its doors? Blah, 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 right? And and this is just personally myself. Right. I wanted the doors to be kept open, right? I never wanted to see the day when it would close its doors. And so I was firmly in that camp. There were other people that were like, Harley's gone, just let it go. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not saying they're, it's just, it is what it is, right? Right. And so now we jump a little bit forward to 2020, and COVID hits, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's the death nail in the coffin for World League Wrestling. But you know what? The doors were kept open. Then we just kept getting better and better and better and better. And this is where I'm going to talk a little bit about Leland Rice, because he's the man. Right. He is the one that kept those doors open. Yeah, he throws out to everybody else, it's your hard work and everything like that. And granted, he's not wrong. However, he's the hardest working man, the hardest working person that I have ever come across in all of my time on this earth. From the moment he opens his eyes in the morning to the moment he puts his head down on the pillow and closes his eyes, he's working. And not just World League Wrestling. He's got some other projects he does as well. So, I mean, my hat is always off to him, because he is the hardest working person that I know. Now, we come to Night of Champions 5 earlier this year, and what an amazing night that was. Yes. And HD, we've talked about this many times, how much better can this get, right? But we've always been like, we are on the cusp of something. We don't know what it is, right? We don't know when it's coming or what it's going to be or anything along those lines. But we've always talked about having that feeling that is just right around the corner of something major to happen.
I'm actually, before I say anything, I'm wondering, we're in it, me and you. We're there. I'm wondering what someone like Tim, a fan, feels like. Like, we're there behind the scenes. We see the meetings that happen. We know the connections that were being made. But as fans, how did you feel in the lead up to last night?
So, over the last several months and several events, standing outside before the doors open, even my hair starts standing up. Just the crowd, it starts as a little hush out there. Then you hear one person talk about a match. Then you hear another person talk about a match. Then you hear people say, "Oh, I like this guy. Oh, I don't like this person." And then by the time everybody's like, "Okay, Leland, open up the doors. It's at 6:00. Let's go." I mean, they're almost internally, you can see this frenzy building up inside the people.
Yeah.
And it's, you got people who like to sit in certain spots, and it's always a mad rush to get to those spots. But you start learning the families around you.
Sure.
And you start connecting with the people around you.
Yep.
And you could just feel this bigger and bigger energy every single time you come to the event. And every time you see new people too, young and old. Every time you turn around, there's somebody new there, somebody new. And that, to me, shows how much it keeps on growing.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've even hit the tip of the iceberg yet on how big this really could be.
HD?
Yeah, great stuff. How you want to do this, Sarge? You can tell your stories about the past, or are you going to talk about the present?
We've always got time to talk about the past. We do, honestly, truly. But I just wanted to do a little bit of a timeline, a little bit to what we get to last night, because it's been one hell of a journey. And they say everything is in the journey, right? And it's been a hell of a journey. But like
the journey's not over.
Superfan just said, it's really just the beginning.
Well, we got a new one now.
It is.
Sort of a new journey.
It is. And with that being said, so last night, to jumpstart WLW 25, the 25th year anniversary show, the COO, Chief Operating Officer, and the voice of the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA, Joe Galley, was introduced out to the ring. He got in the ring. He brought in Trevor Murdoch. He brought in the legacy himself, Leland Race, as well. And he announced that World League Wrestling is now a part of the NWA family, for it is now an NWA territory. Wow.
Right?
Just wow.
Yeah.
I never thought in a million years that this was even possible, especially just 5 years ago, right? When all the sad stuff was going on, and then COVID was going on, and, just so many bumps in the road, I guess you could say. Those huge hills that the World League Wrestling had to get over. But you know what? World League Wrestling has persevered. It got over those humps and kept right on trucking, baby, because now, like I said, NWA territory.
Yeah. There's a very short story, a personal story of mine. I think maybe going back 6 months or so, maybe before Night of Champions, I was on the phone with Leland discussing, upcoming events and my roles and stuff. And I just straight up asked him, I was like, we're doing all this stuff with the NWA. Are we going to become a territory? Like, what's going on? He said, no. Obviously, things were in the works, but at that time, the answer was no. And last night, I was watching the announcement through a little tiny keyhole in the curtain, and I was just like, this is it. This is it. I can't believe it. Can't believe we're finally here. And it was just like this wave of emotion, just like...
Yeah.
And then when he announced the World League Wrestling Championship as an officially recognized NWA title, I was not expecting that kind of news either. That's so important, so great.
I mean, that's huge.
All of our championships, all of our championships are now recognized by the NWA. And let's take the world heavyweight or our heavyweight championship for the moment. So it is, and this will be in front of all of the titles, but it is the NWA World League Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, and that's with that on all of those, and it just blows my mind of how much more important that these titles have just become. It how much more important that World League Wrestling itself has become.
Why don't you go, Tim?
All right. So, something on that. If you ask me, I think NWA actually realized how great the Academy is. Yeah, we have our logos or mottos of shut up and wrestle. But what Leland's doing there with all these kids, he is building the next generation superstars.
Absolutely.
And I think it's very... it should happen sooner than later, but it happened last night. And now all these kids can see they have a next step, a next step, a next step. And I guarantee we're going to see future superstars coming out of the Missouri area.
Oh, absolutely. And, of course, we are here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. I got a little bit ahead of myself at the beginning because it's just so doggone exciting, right? But, of course, don't forget we are also on KYRO's Facebook page. Go to 1280 AM, 105.3 FM, KYRO on the Facebook. Traveling East Productions. YouTube. X.
We're on X.
YouTube, Rumble. Go like and subscribe to that. Of course, Uncensored Wrestling Talk on the Facebook page as well. HD, the name of the show 4X here is...
So please follow us at UW Talk KYRO.
UW Talk KYRO. Just so much stuff. Man, it's just...
Are we going to be able to fit it into 2 hours?
I don't know. I just don't know, my friend.
I keep telling you, 3-hour show. 3-hour show.
Hey,
3-hour show.
It is what it is, my friend. But speaking of times on the shows and stuff like that, a little programming note for everyone. Next week's show will only be from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., and that is because pregame for the Kansas City Chiefs will start at 11, and it'll be the Chiefs football game itself starting at about noon that day. But next week, we've got a special person coming in, I do believe. So we'll see what happens.
Who?
Don't know yet. Just that's all I can say. Don't know yet. But you know what? We are up against our very first break here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We're going to go ahead and take that. And then when we come back, we continue talking about last night's 25-year anniversary show, WLW 25, the happenings going on with the NWA, and what it all means, my brothers. So we will be right back.
Hi, BJ Walters here. Join us for the News Radio KYRO Sports Flash from the Old Monroe Lumber Company at CN79 in Old Monroe and online at omlumber.com on your home for the Chiefs, Blues, Mizzou, NASCAR, News Radio KYRO.
This moment of calm is brought to you by American National. Because life on the farm is stressful and insurance shouldn't be. American National. Relax. We're here. American National Property and Casualty Company and Affiliates, Springfield, Missouri.
The Moscow Mills Lions Club invites you every second Sunday of the month, 7:30 to noon. All-you-can-eat breakfast, $12 adults, kids 6 to 11, 6, and children under 6 eat free. Sunday breakfast, 30 Friese Industrial Drive in Moscow Mills.
Welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM KYRO here in the Gateway Fiber Studio. Of course, you can watch and interact with us on the Facebook, the radio station's Facebook, KYRO, 1280 AM, 105.3 FM. Find it like that. Then also, of course, Traveling East Productions, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, the whole 9 yards. Go like, let's see, let me get this right. YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook, and X.
Right.
Go like and subscribe. Uncensored Wrestling Talk on the Facebook page as well. HD on the X, it is called
at UW Talk KYRO.
Go like and subscribe to that. Join us anytime that you want to on any of these. And, you know, again, let's just keep this train rolling, because what a doggone awesome night it was last night. Man, I still have goosebumps on my arms. Goosebumps have goosebumps. And it was, I've never been, HU, we were talking about this a little bit before. I've never been so doggone busy during an event as we were yesterday.
We all got there a little early yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty important day. So we were cutting interviews, getting ready for the show.
Yep.
Just getting ourselves pumped.
Yeah. And, wow, I have not come down from that at all.
I don't think I have either. I had trouble sleeping.
And so actually, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Being the senior referee, joining with the NWA, does that mean you got more work coming ahead?
I personally don't know, but I hope so. The announcement wasn't officially made until you heard it yourself.
Okay.
So it was...
We heard grumblings. We heard rumblings.
Yeah, you know... We
can say that.
Yeah, we experienced the announcement at the exact same time you guys did.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, even if that announcement wasn't made, we had great guys there. You know, Aaron Stevens was backstage, Trevor Murdoch, Joe Galley. It was just an overall great time. And regardless of that announcement, the show was going to be great.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And you know what? A huge thank you. A huge thank you has got to be said to Aaron Stevens and Trevor Murdoch, because they have taken time out of their own schedules to come back during training and to help with the guys at the academy, to help like yesterday with all the different promos that was going on and everything like that, giving pointers, giving info, you know, teaching moments, just so much gratitude from me anyway to these guys for coming and helping all of our guys and gals in the organization.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch someone like Aaron Stevens, I don't know, breaking the fourth wall or whatever, but coaching backstage.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing thing to watch.
Absolutely.
Just watch his brain work.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get Trevor and Aaron together, like I went to one of the training sessions this past week,
mm-hmm.
just getting them together and just like, they spent a lot of time, I won't say who, working on like a forearm.
Yeah.
Like, this is the science behind a forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just great. This is amazing. So.
And that's what I mean by teaching moments. Wow, it's just amazing to see. It just, people coming together and helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, wow.
Yeah.
So shall we get into the happenings of last night? Because that first match, what a doozy that match. Just to start the show off with. It was a battle royal, over the top rope battle royal for the number one contendership to the NWA World League Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And in that match, we had Trevor Murdoch. And, you can say what you want, but there's just so many accolades this man has procured over the years. He's a favorite to win the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Big Mike Maverick, standing 6'8", 275 pounds, one of the most recent graduates of the Race Wrestling Academy, and I realize he's tall, but you know what? For him, sky is the limit.
Oh,
holy
absolutely.
moly! That young man has got so much potential. It's not even funny. And then, also in that match, another person that we've had in the studio, Jeff Wild,
the Wild Man
himself. All day, Aiden Riley was involved in this matchup. Surprised he didn't have his pipe with him, honestly. I'm surprised he didn't use the pipe in this match, honestly. Because I say that because there were so many big guys in this match.
He needed it.
Yeah. The Natural, Atlas Armstrong, was in this match.
Great young talent.
Attila Khan, formerly known as the drill instructor from Days of Past for World League Wrestling. Wow, what a moment to see him step back inside.
Stop looking at me, Tim.
Well, I want to know why none of these people were checked, because Attila had something up his sleeve.
It's a no DQ type match, right?
I understand that.
Am I right?
Well, I mean, yeah, look at like famous Royal Rumbles. People have used chairs and weapons before.
Exactly. Exactly. Calm yourself down there, fan.
Don't get me going.
Jack Parker Jr., a member of Dysfunction. When anything that Dysfunction is involved in, holy moly. Keep your eyes in the back of your head, because you may be seeing one in front of you, but there's probably three more right behind you, right? And then, of course, the Sergeant-at-Arms, Blade Lennox, involved in that match as well. And we'll just fast forward just a little bit. The final three competitors in this match: Big Mike Maverick, Trevor Murdoch, and Attila Khan. A true past meets present type moment here. I mean, all of these guys, this entire battle royal was a past meets present meets future affair. But your thoughts, HD, when those three men were the last three men standing in the ring?
Well, I just thought, hey, this is a really cool final three. They're all huge. So
yeah,
let's see what bodies get thrown around, because it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And when they made it down to the final two, you saw the fist flying at that point, and it was incredible to watch.
Good fisticuffs.
I was talking with All Day Aiden Riley for a little bit.
I'm sorry.
I know. And he was telling me he has received. He has gotten chopped by Leland Race. He's been chopped by Superstar Steve. Heck, he's even been chopped by Trevor Murdoch. But he told me last night something very, very surprising. To me, anyway. Attila Khan's chops, he said, are the hardest chops he has ever felt in his life. That's really saying something.
Yeah. I mean, watching Attila in there, he was hitting anything and everything. And when he hit you, you felt it. I felt it in the second row.
Yes. What did you think, HD, when Big Mike was one of those final three, though? Because I thought, wow, this, and granted, he may not have won the Battle Royal, and I'm letting the cat out of the bag, but the potential for this young man,
pretty big, right?
Yeah, big time. Your thoughts, sir?
From my perspective, sometimes I get lost in what's going on. I'm like, oh, hey, I gotta enforce the rules and stuff.
Sure.
So there are moments where it's like, hey, this is really fun. Good for him. He's in the ring. That's super cool. They're like, oh wait, he's gone now. Wait, I gotta tell Ben to announce that he's eliminated.
and he was doing. I was not about to do it myself with him. I let him do it on his own. He did an interview afterwards, and he was not happy at all. He felt that in his words, I'm going to use his words, it was a fluke. Whoa. Whoa.
A little bit of moxie there.
I mean, but we got down to where it was Trevor Murdoch and Attila Khan, and the blows that they were hitting on each other was just, you could hear it a mile away, right?
Yeah. It was a work of art. It really was.
Yeah. Great battle royal.
It was an awesome battle royal. I think that's one of the better battle royals I've seen in a very long time, to be quite honest about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because the affiliation or any, just as a fan watching that battle royal, you didn't know.
Yeah.
It was completely and totally unpredictable. You could say, hey, I think this person is going to win, but guess what? 9 out of 10 chances, you're wrong.
Yeah, and not to back up a little bit, but as far as a rivalry, it was Big Mike who put Blade out again.
So, it was.
Yes. So, and there's a little bit more jaw-jacking after the match.
Well,
or right after Blade got
I didn't get the chance to really speak to the Sergeant-at-Arms Blade Lennox very much last night. But after that battle royal was over with, and you'll see this interview promo on World League Wrestling's Facebook page more than likely before next weekend, because next weekend on November the 9th, World League Wrestling is on the road to Green Ridge, Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Big Mike, he has a match with the Sergeant-at-Arms Blade Lennox, and it'll be their third encounter, and they are 1-1. And Big Mike has his eyeballs set. He is extremely focused on going after Blade Lennox. Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, this is a rivalry that you got to love watching. It's just growing right in front of your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
It's going to be very, very interesting to see. But the final two, Trevor Murdoch, Attila Khan, when it got to that point, at that point I was like, okay, I think I know who's going to win this. It'll be Trevor Murdoch. Trevor Murdoch is going to win. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, was I wrong. Because Attila Khan, again, they both were laying into each other. But the force that Attila Khan was using, unmatched.
Obviously unmatched because he won.
Exactly. Thank you. And he is now the number one contender for the NWA-WLW World or Heavyweight Championship, and whoever the champion is,
yeah, I feel bad for him.
Whoever the champion is going into that match with Attila Khan, and we'll get to that part of it here in a little while. But look out, because it's about to be a fight that you've never had before. And that's saying something, because that fight, that story that we have seen between Superstar Steve and the Grand Regent Camaro Jackson has been one hell of a battle.
Yeah,
battles. Let me put it that plural, battles, leading up to last night. Whew, boy, I tell you what, man. Then we get to match number 2 of the evening. The first time this championship has been defended on WLW soil. It was the NWA World's Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line, as Alex Taylor defending that title against Sean Logan. Wow, what a match that was.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Sean Logan lately. Sometimes I think he has a bit of an identity crisis. Is he a mean guy or is he a good guy? The house was behind him last night, though.
Yeah.
They wanted their WLW guy to take the belt home.
For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, the house is behind him, but I think Sean at times gets distracted. You know, there's times that he was on Alex, and he just needed to stay and put the pedal to the metal. And then he kind of showboated a little bit and listened to the crowd. And, I mean, there was a couple times when he should have went for the pin, and he wanted to do another move. And I think that's what actually cost him the match.
Could be. It could very well be, and you are right. It did cost him because Alex Taylor, he defended and retained that NWA World's Juniors Heavyweight Championship, and what a competitor Alex Taylor is, though. My goodness.
But, I mean, a person like Alex Taylor, now there's more opportunity to see this guy.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's really excites me.
Very much so. Very, very much so. So, we've got about a minute before we take our next and last break of the hour. So, I won't jump into that next match. But, again, HD, that overall feeling throughout the night. I mean, it kept getting bigger, and it kept getting bigger, and it kept getting bigger. And it was like, wow, this is just... Have you ever been a part of anything like that before?
Not quite like that. I've had big shows, big moments, witnessed history before, but last night was different. It was fun. Hard to put into words. It was my privilege just to be a part of it.
It was definitely. That's a good way to put it. It was an honor and a privilege just to be a part of it. Yeah, man. Well, we are up against our last break. We're going to go ahead and take that. When we come back, we continue with WLW 25, the 25th anniversary show that just happened last night, and we'll be right back.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mountaintop Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on.
King, we don't have one.
What? You're an auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on.
Nope, no quote, unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why?
Why?
Because usually those sales promotion at other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play those games at Mountaintop. We're not about sales, we're about true savings.
I like that. No sales, just savings. You're saying come in, check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that your pricing is always super competitive.
Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower. And with our great prices, we're confident we can get you set up the right way.
You heard it. Great pricing, great inventory, great people to work with. And there's a reason Mountaintop Motor Company has over 1,000 five-star reviews. Please don't settle for just any dealership. Aim higher and go visit the good guys in Troy. MountaintopMotors.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Weber Chevrolet. In the auto business, you don't just automatically stick around for 120 years. You gotta earn it. We've come a very long way from selling wagons and farm implements and the like on the riverfront where the arch now stands. Now, we have 4 great dealerships in the St. Louis and Southern Illinois areas, all in the 270 loop. It's a legacy built on trust, hard work, and commitment to our community. But what matters most is you, our valued customers. It's no surprise times have changed. Vehicles have changed, car buying has changed, but we're still here to do what we've done for the past 120 years. Helping people find great cars and trucks to meet their family's needs and budgets. And that's something that nobody else can say. See for yourself why for 120 years, Weber has been the name that you can rely on. Visit us at any of our locations in Granite City, Columbia, Illinois, and Creve Coeur. You can also find us on Facebook on WeberAutomotive.com.
The Wrecking Crew. What do you guys do here?
We recycle. Our typical business is picking up stuff that nobody else can get.
People may have a lot of money laying in their property and they just don't realize it.
They do. A lot of money sometimes, and not where you would think it would be.
Where are you located?
Troy, Winfield, Vandalia, Missouri. We do boxes, trailers. We cut stuff up on site. We do insurance work. Farmers, if you have a burnt building or wind damaged building or grain bin, that's our specialty.
How do they get a hold of you?
Call me personally or call the office.
The Wrecking Crew. 636-462-1727.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy, getting down to 55 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s. Heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 60s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 60. In Wentzville it's 61 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Normally, I like to listen to this music for as long as we can, but there's just so much to go over here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Here in the Gateway Fiber Studios and News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, on all of our Facebook and YouTube and Rumble and all those awesome platforms that we are on as well, to include X now. And thank you to our referee, H.D. Daniels, for getting us on that one.
Let's get followers.
Absolutely. And tell your friends, because we are just getting going with this train. Jump on board because it's going to be one heck of a ride. The WLW Tag Team Championships were on the line last night. And, you know, the astonishing one, Austin Militalo and the Sergeant-at-Arms, Blade Lennox, put out that challenge last month. And it took a little while. It took a little while for that challenge to finally be accepted. However, when it was accepted, it wasn't said which two members of Dysfunction it was going to be. So you didn't know which combination of those four men that are involved in Dysfunction. And honestly, it could have been any of them because of that crazy freebird rule that they like to institute. But last night it ended up being, you know, Brandon Espinoza and Kyle Roberts taking on these two young men. The Blazing Guns, as they are now going to call themselves.
The Blazing Guns.
What a fight. What a match that they did. What a fight they put up.
Can we call a spade right here?
Okay.
It was 3-on-2.
You know what? Let's call a spade a spade. When you're dealing with Dysfunction, you've got to know off the top of the bat that you're not going to be just dealing with the ones that you're in the match with. I don't know, HD. It's like, suck it up, Buttercup.
Hey, I'm just happy I wasn't the ref for that match.
I know, right?
You know? He was the other guy.
I really have to have some words with you on that one.
You've seen this in the back. You've seen this in the back. I have told a lot of these guys, I said, look, if you want to deal with Dysfunction, you guys are going to have to band together. You're going to have to watch each other's backs. You're going to have to be there for each other. Because if you don't, guess what's going to happen? Dysfunction is going to continue to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, however they want to do it, and their train keeps rolling, right?
Well, you know, unless you can get with the WLW committee and have two referees out there, all I can do is impart words of wisdom to any other referee who deals with Dysfunction. I myself get, you know, overtaken by their numbers game, but
you have one set of eyes, just like the rest of us. You don't have eyes in the back of your head. You can't see what's going on.
That I know of.
Yeah, that you know of.
Actually, there's several eyes that he could listen to
around the building. What you just said, though, that might be a doggone good idea for WLW to do. And I'm not just talking with Dysfunction matches, maybe all championship matches. Referee inside the ring, referee outside the ring.
I'll let you take that up with the manager.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there for suggestions, you know. But what I'm talking about before, though, is people banding together and getting together and working together. So, yes, Blade Lennox and Austin Militalo coming together as a tag team is an awesome thing. I love it, right? But they've got to have a third.
They have to.
They have to have another person out there to... and I'm not saying he's going to be able to control anything that's going to happen.
Right. But at least he could maybe even the playing field just slightly a little bit more.
Slightly, and that might be just enough for the Blazing Guns or whomever else faces dysfunction to get that much needed win over dysfunction.
One guy that comes to mind, I don't think it's a possibility due to his personal life, but I'd love to see Billy the Kid join that trio.
Ooh,
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that would be. That would be
That's
very
fantasy
cool.
booking for WLW.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, actually, I was going to say kind of keep the military theme going a little bit. Jeff Wild.
Sure.
Yeah. That would be all right. Hey, it doesn't really matter, honestly, who it is.
But they have to have somebody.
Yes. But remember, there's not 3 guys.
There's 4.
There's 4.
And there could be even more.
And there could be even more. We don't know. I mean...
But you got to go. Okay, they've got 1, 2, 3 over there. Hey, Charlie, come on out.
HD, I know you've seen this, and I've seen this, and no way are we going to go up and say anything about it to them, right? But we've seen dysfunction. We've seen Brandon Espinoza corner somebody in the back and be talking and talking and talking and talking.
Well, he wants more members of the cult.
Exactly. Exactly. So, like you just said, Superfan, we don't know who he's gotten through to. He just recently, at Night of Champions 5, got through to Jack Parker Jr., and look what he's been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Holy moly. But last night, Dysfunction, they get the win. They get the win, and they retain the WLW Tag Team Championships, and their train keeps on moving. It keeps on rolling.
The only WLW title that was retained.
Yes. Yes. He let the cat out of the bag, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That is okay. The NWA Mid-America Championship. Of course, that champion right now, Jeremiah Plunkett, he's been going around state to state to state. He's got the jacket to prove it. Got all these awesome little patches on there of everywhere that he's been to and has defended that championship. He went up against the Legacy Leland Race last night and defending that championship against Leland Race. And HD, you were out there for this match. You were reffing that match. Your initial thoughts on this one?
Just a hard-hitting, fun fight. Just, man, I'm a fan first. I take what I do in there, very seriously, but sometimes I'm just like, look what I get to do. Just a great, fun match. 3 bald guys in the ring, I was really impressed with Jeremiah. Had to assert my authority a few times, but it was, just honor and a privilege to hold up that belt, have great, officiate a great match. They took it to the time limit draw. So
speaking with my family afterwards, and we were going through the matches, I made a bold statement to them last night. Of everything that happened, I think that match stole the show. The crowd was behind it. Every time you turn around, there was a new chant. You could just feel the emotion in the whole crowd just trying to get Leland going. Then whenever he started chopping Jeremiah, even Aaron Stevens felt those chops. Aaron had to run back and get a can of air.
Yes.
Because he was starting to breathe too hard.
Speaking of Aaron Stevens, the quote-unquote manager of champions, how hard of a job was it for you last night, HD, to deal with a person like Aaron Stevens that's roaming around that ring?
So in that particular match, I heard that some things happened behind my back, but I didn't know for sure. I was focused on Jeremiah at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So in that match, he didn't concern me per se. I know that he's there. Later on in the evening, however, he decided to really stick his nose in my business, in the match's business.
Yes.
Right.
Cause a distraction.
Yeah.
Later in the evening.
Yep.
Will further continue to keep my eye on him as he shows up to WLW.
And we all know now, with being a part of the NWA, becoming an NWA territory, I overheard Aaron Stevens last night telling another person that this is his house now. He will show up whenever he wants to show up and will do whatever he wants to do when he wants to do it.
So, something funny, though. Aaron got on the mic before and after. The crowd was so loud, you couldn't even hear what he was saying. Just chanting and booing at him. He couldn't even talk over the crowd, which I thought was hilarious.
Hey, give it to the fans of World League Wrestling, right?
They were behind Leland 100%.
100%. I mean, and that's another thing I want to touch on real quick, is the fans of World League Wrestling.
Best fans out there.
The wrestling has grown. The wrestlers have grown. Everything with World League Wrestling has grown and grown and grown over the last several years. But the fans themselves have also grown. And the loudness of the fans have just been getting higher and better and bigger. And the chants that they do. And, it's all such an awesome sight to see and hear.
The Harley chant, the Harley House chant that happened during, it gave you goosebumps.
Yeah.
And it was so loud and it went on for so long that, it, for the wrestlers in the ring and probably wrestlers in the back, probably really helped pump people up too.
We were all pumped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right in one of these things that you just said. For those of us that are in the back, and HD can attest to this too, when he's not out there officiating, we can hear everything going on basically with the crowd in the back, especially with those chants that are going on when they get that crescendo and the place is just pulsing, right, HD?
Yeah.
So it does pump us. It does pump you up.
Yeah.
To want to go out and just perform as well as you can for the fans of World League Wrestling. So, yeah. What a time.
I want to see that run back again. Plunkett and Leland.
I would love to be a part of it.
Yeah, I think it's got to be run back again, to be quite honest, because as HG said, it was a time limit draw. We did not have a clear cut winner in that match. I mean, granted, time limit draw, titles don't change hands. Plunkett defended the title, yes, but he didn't win.
He didn't win, but I guarantee he knew he was in a fight.
Oh, he was definitely in a fight. And like I said, like HD said, he right there up close in front of everything. Is that one of the hardest matches that you've...
You mean hard hitting or hardest?
Yes.
Yeah, hard hitting for sure. Yeah. It's hard to put into words being in the ring during a match like that, because
there was times when neither wrestler listened to you. It seemed like they just wanted to keep going at it, and you gave a lot of 5 counts during that match.
I gave a lot of counts in general last night. People were just, I don't know, over adrenalized. I'm not sure.
I adorn that to the night that it was. You know, just because you don't normally see that type of thing going on, right?
A lot of outside counts, a lot of rope counts, a lot of trying to take advantage of authority, just a lot of aggression, just all across the board. That match in particular was, I don't want to necessarily say tough to officiate, but it was intense. I'll just say intense.
Well, I'll say this: it wasn't an easy night. It wasn't an easy night for yourself or Caleb Barton reffing those matches last night. Every one of those matches last night was, things were just going on, and it's hard to grab a hold of those reins when they're going in 15 different directions all at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So, but hey, we are about 2 minutes away from going to the top of the hour, and of course we'll be back.
What a fast first hour!
Wow, what a fast first hour! And we are only halfway through of what happened last night for WLW 25 25th year anniversary show. Don't talk to me, talk to the boss. Talk to the owner. Because I've told you how I feel about it. But, again, real quick, programming note for next week. It'll be a 1 hour show for the simple fact that Kansas City Chiefs football will be on the air. Pregame will start at 11. Kickoff will be at noon. And also today at noon, it'll be NASCAR this afternoon. So a whole bunch of different stuff, awesome stuff going on. And, wow, what an awesome moment. Not just to be a wrestling fan, but to be a World League Wrestling fan.
Exactly.
Wow.
We're all fans first.
That's right. We are. You're absolutely 100% correct, HD. So we've got about 50 seconds. We're going to go to that break that I was talking about. And when we come back, we've got the ladies championship that was defended last night. The WLW Junior Heavyweight Championship was defended last night. And, of course, the main event, the WLW Heavyweight Championship, and what awesome matches those three in themselves were as well. Whew, a lot to get through still. And then also, of course, we had all kinds of other events going on during the day and evening last night that, we'll get to as well. So we will be right back here in just a few minutes.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Jack Callahan. Both presidential candidates are stumping in the battleground states today. Former President Trump has events in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia after telling a North Carolina rally yesterday.
This election is a choice between whether we will have 4 more years of incompetence and they're grossly incompetent, let's face it. They are the worst. That's no president.
Vice President Harris has a scheduled event today in East Lansing, Michigan, after making a surprise guest appearance on NBC's Saturday Night Live. She played herself opposite Maya Rudolph, who also played her.
I'm going to vote for us. Great. Any chance you are registered in Pennsylvania? Nope, I am not. Well, it was worth a shot.
America is listening to Fox News.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025, if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at www.robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodity interests can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Display prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. This station does not recommend any specific investment.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The stock market ending the week with a rally. The Dow finishing up 289 points, S&P 500 up 23, NASDAQ up 145. The October jobs report released today showed just 12,000 jobs were created in October due to Hurricanes Helene and Milton and the Boeing strike. Both ExxonMobil and Chevron reported stronger than expected earnings, though earnings were down from a year ago. NVIDIA will replace Intel in the Dow Jones Industrial Average after a 25-year run. Intel, which used to be the dominant chipmaker, missing out on the AI bandwagon. Charter Communications reporting better than expected profit and sales results. Spectrum's parent company losing fewer subscribers than predicted. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Laura Cantor, invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center, setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations. Stop in or order online for carryout at donjulioswinfield.com or donjuliostroy.com. Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy and on Monday in Winfield. That's Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran-owned and operated, bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County. Hasta pronto!
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
Several notable players going on the inactive list and ahead of today's games. Will Levis, quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, T. Higgins and Zach Moss, and Jermaine Burton, wide receivers and running backs for the Cincinnati Bengals, inactive. Amari Cooper is going to miss today's game with a wrist injury. Javon Holland is not playing. Brian Robinson Jr. couldn't recover from his hamstring fast enough to be active. DJ Chark and Donta Foreman also inactive. Actives do include Tony Pollard, Tyler Boyd, and Curtis Samuel. Bears cornerback Tyreek Stevenson will not start today against the Cardinals after mocking fans last week before the Hail Mary against the Commanders. Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua will play against the Seahawks. He missed some practice with a knee injury. Quarterback Jordan Love and running back Josh Jacobs expected to suit up today for the Lions against the Packers. Jaguars expect to have both Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne available against Philly. Panthers wide receiver Xavier Legette nursing a toe. He's going to play. Adam Thielen and Jonathan Brooks will not. I'm Martin Weiss.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy, getting down to 55 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s, heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 60s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 60. In Wentzville it's 61 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk. It is now hour 2 here in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, also on the KYRO Facebook page, Traveling Ace Productions Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, X. Go like and subscribe. Of course, also on the Uncensored Wrestling Facebook page, and on X, HD
at UW Talk KYRO. Follow us.
That's right. Follow us. Interact with us during the show. Join us with your comments and your questions, and we'll definitely see those and speak on those as well. Let's jump back into WLW 25 from last night, shall we? Because the rest of that night, each match was just as good as the next match, and every single match was just a banger. It really truly was.
It started off fast, and I didn't think it could get any faster, and it did.
But you know what? I think, and HD, correct me if I'm wrong, But when we started the event around about 7:00ish or so.
Yeah.
That's the longest running event that we've had.
Well, we had more matches than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you're on a 5-match card. Sometimes it's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Last night it was 8.
Was it 8?
Yeah, it was 8 matches. You gonna count for me?
No, I'm just looking. I didn't realize. No, this is for my own self. I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah. So it was just there was just so much to get through. So it went long for that reason.
Yeah. The WLW Ladies Championship on the line last night. And surprisingly to me, I didn't know this was going to happen. At the beginning, when Ben Simon was announcing that matchup, just before, I guess, the office decided to make that a no disqualification match. And as soon as that announcement was made, the first person I felt bad for was the referee, Caleb Barton, because he already had his hands full with everything that was going to be going on. But then when that announcement was made, it was like, oh gosh.
I think it made sense though, right?
Yeah.
Everything leading up to that moment dictated no disqualification.
And let's talk about this a little bit, because a lot's been going on in the ladies division over the last several months, and it really began. Let's go back a year and 3 months ago, because that's when the ladies division started back up again, and it was with Tootie Lynn and Skylar Sparks, and every single match that they have had together against each other and tagging together and everything like that has just progressively gotten better and better and better as far as the competition between the two of them. And last night, neither one of those ladies held back. They went at it tooth and nail. And for me, and I'm going to take the main event out of the equation for the moment. For me, that match, personally, I had a lot watching into that match. But I think that match could have, you could say that match possibly could have, was the show stealer, right?
Right.
I mean, yikes.
So, from my perspective, watching the two girls come out, Skylar came out, she had, and I'll give her kudos for this, she had her game face on. You could just see it in her eyes that there was nothing going to stop her. Tootie comes out. I think there's a little bit of trepidation whenever Tootie came out. Because Tootie normally is coming out ready to roll, rock and roll, and I think she had a little bit of fear going in.
You might be right.
Now, was it because it was no DQ and Skylar already brought a crutch out with her? I don't know. But Tootie brought her nunchucks.
She always does, right?
Right.
They're always there?
They're always there. The couple of my kids asked, well, why didn't she use the nunchucks?
It's a good question.
Yeah, we can't answer that.
Yeah. I don't know if she just got caught up in the moment, but they were there.
They were there, but like you said, I mean, so many things happening. Sometimes, your mind doesn't stick on those type of things, right? Because it's just every hit and every move and it all. Wow, it's one of those things, HG, that you've got to stay focused on the task at hand, even more so when it's a no DQ match. I think, anyway.
From a referee's perspective?
From a wrestler's perspective.
From a wrestler's perspective.
Yeah.
So, the objective of any match is to win, right?
Absolutely.
So, with a no disqualification, you can make an argument either way. Maybe the match got easier for somebody.
True. Very true. But, Tootie Lynn has been one heck of a ladies champion.
Absolutely.
Every match she has always brought it, and I still think she brought it last night.
Oh, she did.
But several months ago, we saw this
something
snapping inside of Skylar Sparks that just, I mean, what a force she has become.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm already ready for Skylar versus Mackenzie Page.
Ooh.
How about that?
How about that? How about that? That'll be interesting to see if that were ever to happen.
Yeah.
Well, we had the tag match.
You had the tag
We
match,
did.
so I know she could hang with her, but with this attitude,
it's something to deal with, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But straps were used in that match as well, along with that crutch that Skylar brought. But even without using any of the quote-unquote weapons that were out there to their disposal, even just the regular moves and the headlocks and the takeovers and
the
suplexes
and the back body drops that Skylar was putting on Tootie, you could just see it starting to wear her out.
It was like she was putting something extra on every single thing that Skylar would do, HD.
Well, she was putting the hurt down. that she knew tonight was her night.
Absolutely.
She made it happen.
She did, and she became the brand new WLW Ladies Division Champion. And look out the rest of the Ladies Division, whoever comes in, because your hands are full.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a fight on your hands.
But think of all the great NWA ladies out there that could now come in and fight for the championship.
Well, not only that,
and other
and I agree with you 100%, but you've also got to remember Cameron Bernay is still out there. You've got Izzy B that's still out there. You've got Judy Azul that has been in that WLW ring. Miranda Gordy. Whoa, talking about Miranda Gordy for a moment. Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen the promos and the interviews and all that kind of stuff that you can go back and watch on World League Wrestling's Facebook page. We found out that it was actually Skylar Sparks that hit money in that envelope that was that Miranda Gordy took from the ring announcer Ben Simon, because he was like, "What the heck is this?" She grabs it and goes off with it. Skylar Sparks was the one that paid Miranda Gordy to do that attack after their match was over with, HD.
Well, every event led up to last night. The hit money, the crutch, the DQ from last month. The attack on our buddy Sarge.
Right.
Gosh.
Still mad about that.
Everything was leading to the culmination of her getting that title. She got what she wanted.
And you know what? She made this statement a couple of different times during her solo interviews, and even the interviews with me, and that it wasn't about the championship and it wasn't about the title. But you know what? It was.
Yeah.
It was 100% about that championship, and she has had her eyes on that prize ever since August of last year, to be honest about it. Probably even before then, years before then, honestly. But something that you said a little bit ago with Skylar Sparks being a referee in World League Wrestling, I think it's been going on even before she was a referee, to be quite honest.
Well, when she was a referee, she was in training to be a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You don't train to be a wrestler if you don't want a championship.
That's right. That's very true. That's very, very true. But, again, brand new champion, ladies division champion, Skylar Sparks, and look out, because, as she said, this division now belongs to her, and it doesn't matter who steps into the ring with her.
There should be a warning label out there. Warning label, Skylar Sparks territory. Women, beware.
Beware. Beware.
Who knows what she's going to do?
That's right. The WLW Junior Heavyweight Championship was on the line last night. The Deliverer Moses defending that title against a man who's been clamoring and clamoring and clamoring and clawing away and wanting a one-on-one matchup, never getting it. He was not happy. He was not happy leading up to last night. He felt that he should have been the first one to get that match because, granted, he lost it fair and square to Matt Sydal at Fort Leonard Wood last year in February, but he felt slighted too because he never got that rematch that he said that he deserved. And I can't say that he didn't deserve it because, you know, there's always that champion. If he loses or she loses that title, there should always be at least one more for a rematch just to see. You know what I mean, HD?
Well, he got his rematch.
He did.
Yeah.
Took a while.
It took a long while. But we have a brand new WLW Junior Heavyweight Champion 2 times now. 2 times. Raheem De La Suede.
Suede.
Your thoughts on this match, HD, because you were the referee for this one.
Yeah. So I've said this to Moses personally. I'm not the biggest fan of working out. I think I'm in good referee shape. Moses matches blow me up. I need to run a treadmill to do those matches. They are tough. Those junior championship matches are all over the place. Lots of counting. Lots of submissions. Just, it wears me down. And just, you know, a great match. I don't know how he won. Aaron Stevens. Yeah, I don't know how it happened. I was dealing with a silly scarf.
We'll talk off radio. We'll talk off radio.
I know how it happened. I saw it.
This is where I say, unfortunately, our referees, they don't have eyes in the back of their head. They've got action going on, many different things going on that it just happens, you know, and I think HD's on to something. I think he is. I think he's on to something about when he says maybe there should be a second referee on the outside just to make everything on the up and up.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed that match, and it was kind of funny. It was like our little section over there. I had everybody going with the Suedes, and then the rest of the building was for Moses. And it was a very fast-paced, very, very exciting match, and I'm glad Raheem won.
I will say this.
Is he the first 2-time, or have we had more than one 2-time champ?
We'll have to look back into the record books and check that out. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But
no, JDR is a 2-time.
That's right. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. You're absolutely correct. And of course, he's speaking of Jaden Dominic Rose. Sorry, I had a frog in the throat. But I want to say this about Moses, the Deliverer Moses. Only the second time Triple Crown winner in World League Wrestling, winning the Heavyweight Championship, winning Tag Team Championship, winning Junior Heavyweight Championship. Every single match that he has been in from the very, very beginning, honestly, he has delivered. But this most recent championship run that he had with this Junior Heavyweight Championship, wow, that's another young man, I believe, that honestly the sky is the limit for him. He can go and do whatever he wants to do and has the talent and the know-how to do it.
Yeah. So if you don't have the world championship, I believe from a wrestler's perspective, it should be your goal to make your championship equal or more important. Make your title mean something.
For sure.
I think he accomplished that.
For sure. 100%. I totally agree with you. And you know what? He shouldn't be. I know that he's upset about losing that championship. But today's a new day. Today is a new day, and all he has to do is get up out of bed and put one foot in front of the other, because there's more on the horizon. There's more things right around the corner that he's going to be able to accomplish, and he should not hang his head on anything, because he's been one hell of a champion in World League Wrestling.
Yeah, agree.
And we are up against our first break here in the second hour. We're going to go ahead and take that real quick, and when we come back, we are going to talk about the main event from last night, World League Wrestling WLW 25, the 25th year anniversary show. What a night it was. We're all still pumped. I mean, still got goosebumps on goosebumps about it all. But when we get back, we'll continue on right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
Need that morning pick-me-up on your way to work? Downtown Winfield's the place to be. Common Grounds Coffee House, featuring the almost world-famous Lock 25. Common Grounds Coffee House. Check us out on Facebook or stop by today, 205 Main Street, downtown Winfield.
Mounts Plumbing and Construction, the first name in all commercial and residential repairs, as well as new construction. Mounts specializes in sewer cleaning, jetting, water heaters, hydro excavation, sewer camera and locating, mainline jetting and cleaning. There's nothing we can't do. Located in Moscow Mills at 40 Walter Court. Call us at 314-230-9001. That's 314-230-9001. We're the best plumbing company in town. Ask about our senior citizen, military, police, and first responder discounts.
24-hour towing and recovery in Lincoln, Warren, Pike, or St. Charles County. Call B&B Towing, 636-262-3865. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. B&B will be on the way, 636-262-3865.
Welcome back, Uncensored Wrestling Talk, Hour 2, here in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and of course also on all of our Facebook and Rumble and Twitter and all those, and YouTube and all those awesome platforms that we are on right now. Interact with us, comment, send your questions in. We will definitely get to those if you guys wish to do that. But right now, let's talk first off the story that has been told by these two men, the Grand Regent Camaro Jackson and superstar Steve Fender, going into last night's main event for the WLW Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if another person in World League Wrestling anyway that has gone through as much adversity as Camaro Jackson has, especially over the last several months, HD.
It's been a tough road. Been a tough road as a fan, as an official, just watching this thing go down. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because there's been many a match where it wasn't the first time those two locked up, and there's been many a match where you think Camaro's got it, he just doesn't get it. And kudos to Steve. What, almost 2 years? Over 2 years?
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm trying to think. It was November of 2022 when he took that belt off of the Deliverer Moses.
Yep.
And so, yeah, right at 2 years. Yeah, I mean, he's 730 days of holding that championship. Of terror, yes. But what Night of Champions 5, when he faced EC3 for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, we know he was a bad dude, right? Beforehand.
Right.
But that's another person, I think, something snapped inside of him, guys. after that match and losing that match to EC3, he became even more vicious and more sadistic and more ruthless than I've ever seen him become in the past. HD?
Something you might be onto something there, because during that match the crowd was behind him, even though he's had questionable history. The fans wanted their Harley guy to win the NWA title.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then he went on his reign of terror.
I mean, he took it to the next level. And everybody talks about levels in this business, and he took it to the next level and was just waiting for somebody to catch up with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And of course, he had to deal with the Grand Regent, Camaro Jackson. He had his protege, I guess you could call him, All Day Aiden Riley, using that lead pipe on Camaro's leg, on his left leg, at the Door to Destiny event. And again, kudos to the Grand Regent, because he persevered through that and got the win at Door to Destiny to get his opportunity for the second time winner of that Door to Destiny, 2 years in a row now. So he's been on a year and a half quest. Yes, that's a good way to say it. A quest to capture that championship. But dealing with that, then having to deal with that beat down that Superstar Steve did to both Camaro and Leland that one night. And HD, you were out there for that. There wasn't a whole lot you could do.
No.
There wasn't a whole lot anybody could do. It just kept coming and coming. And when you thought it was done and over with, here he comes back to do more. Then there was last month, we had that tag team match with Superstar Steve and Aiden Riley taking on Camaro Jackson and the Legacy Leland Race. And what he did to Leland Race, that brainbuster on that chair out in the aisleway, in the entranceway, oh my gosh. That's another person Superstar Steve better be watching out for, because there's still, even though Camaro Jackson took care of business last night with himself, Leland Race, I guarantee you, he's looking at Superstar Steve and wanting a piece of Superstar Steve as well. HD.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
I'm wondering next weekend, because now it's going to be Trevor versus Superstar Steve.
That is a match that's been announced.
Another level. If he does, Trevor, you better watch out.
Oh my! I mean, with Trevor Murdoch, former WLW champion, former two-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, right now current NWA Tag Team Champion with Mike Knox. I'm not saying he can't hold himself,
right?
Because he can, 100,000%. But now you're dealing with a Superstar Steve that just lost his championship belt. Goodness.
Yeah. I wouldn't shock me to see Steve take it to another level again. And again. And unfortunately, Trevor might be in the crosshairs of him wanting to get back on top.
HD, your thoughts?
I'll be there for the match. We'll have to see what happens.
But he is taking on Trevor Murdoch next week in Green Ridge, Missouri, and that's going to be one heck of a match to see. But we digress, because Camaro Jackson, man, there was times during that match I thought it was over.
Me
honestly. Too. I mean, you were officiating that match, HD. The shock that I had was unbelievable that Camaro Jackson had that much fight in him. Because, like I said, there was several times where any other person that match is over with the different things that Superstar Steve was doing to Camaro. When he worked on that arm and kept working on that arm and kept working on that arm, and then before long, that arm was like a noodle.
Mm-hmm. He couldn't even
for
use
Camaro. Wow. Just wow.
Part of me wonders, was it Steve who really woke up the bear in Camaro by sitting on a chair in the middle of the ring and just calling him, asking him, "Where's your heart?"
What a jackass, right?
I know.
You said it, not me. Just making sure that it's out there in the world to hear. He said it, not me.
He didn't use it, though.
No.
He just sat on it.
He just sat on it. A couple times.
I'm sure when HD was right there, he would have been able to grab that thing out of his hands if he went to go and try and use it, I think.
But one of the best moves last night was seeing HD. You're out of here.
Yeah. Aiden Riley had to go. Aiden had to go.
So I was conducting some business back there. What exactly happened with Aiden Riley that you had to throw him from the ringside back to the back?
Camaro went outside for a second, and he prevented Camaro from entering the ring, and Steve underhandedly took advantage of the situation just because Aiden was holding on to him. So I thought at that time it was a good time to get rid of him.
Yeah.
It was pretty blatant because he didn't even let go after you.
No, he did it right in front of me. He did it right in front of me.
When you do it right in front of the referee, as they say, you are out of here. That's awesome. But, again, though, what a match between these two. What a way to end WLW 25, but also what a match to show what's in store for the future as well. I mean, now we are a part of the NWA. We are officially an NWA territory, the 5th organization to become an NWA territory. So that, in my mind, let's think about this for a second, gentlemen, because not only will we have NWA main roster people coming in and doing things, there's potential there for all of these different territories to be doing things with each other as well. Mm-hmm. Who's to say that the Deliverer Moses doesn't jump over to another territory, grab a championship, like we all know he can at any given moment. He can win any title he really wants to, and come right back here to WLW with that championship and defending it on a regular basis.
Who's to say?
That's right. I mean, the possibilities here they're truly endless, to be honest about it. Your thoughts?
Just excited. I don't have a lot of thoughts about that. I mean, it's just, I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Well, the way I look at it, you got 5 territories, probably 20, 30 wrestlers per territory. So you're talking about a 150-man roster that you could have dream match after dream match after dream match.
A special shout out right now from the Facebook to Sean Patrick. He says, I think WLW is missing something or someone. Just can't put my finger on it. You know what? I think that's, Sean Patrick, we definitely want to see him back in a WLW ring. For sure. You know as well as I do, Sean Patrick, that door is always open. All you got to do, or anybody else for that matter, is just step right on in step right on in and step right on in there. Get you some, as they say, right? But thank you, Sean Patrick, for joining us on the Facebook feed. We do appreciate you, and anytime you want to be on the show, of course, that the line or the chair is always open for you. But again, just as a whole, the entire night, what an amazing event it was last night, and it's just beginning with the whole NWA Territory situation.
Yeah, if you missed last night's event, you better be counting down the days to see it on Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to watch it, especially the Steve and Camaro match. I mean, those two took it to a new level.
Definitely.
Almost killed some fans, but they took it to a new level.
Hey, Steve, your thoughts on that? Please.
It's different for me. Last night was more of a full circle moment because one of the first people I ever met in this business was Camaro. He was at the Dynamo training school where I started to learn how to be a referee. He was, a student / coach at that time, so he invested his wisdom in me to become a ref on the independent scene. And although I don't want to say separate ways, but we have our own journeys, and then we circle back to last night, and I get to count the 1, 2, 3 on the first NWA World League Wrestling champion, and it's Camaro. It's hard to not be emotional and just be. I'm getting emotional now. It was important. It was fun. It was just a moment I'll never forget.
Absolutely, for sure, and it's like last night, just like yourself right now. I had to go and find a corner for 10 seconds because tears were flowing.
Yeah.
The tears were flowing.
Tough,
And I don't care not to say it. I mean, I'll say I every bone in my body was just so emotional last night, and in a good way.
Yep.
So much joy, so much. I mean, what a journey all of us has taken together on this ride, and the best part about it is really truly is just beginning.
Yeah.
Granted, we've gotten through a lot and have gone through a lot, but all of us individually and together as a group. But even that journey to get to here is just a small tidbit of what's to come. And it does leave you speechless sometimes.
I've been pretty speechless on this show today. It was hard to sleep last night. I'm just still soaking in everything that happened.
Yeah. Quick question.
Yeah.
What time did you finally get to sleep last night?
You know what?
He hasn't gone to sleep.
You know what? Usually, it was tough sleeping. I mean, I think I went to bed around 2 because I'm always so hungry after wrestling shows.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot out of you, so take a minute to, just take a break, change yourself, drive home, clean up everything, clean your gear, and then I had a snack, and I just kind of tried to pass out.
Yeah.
I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning, something like that. And then I tossed and turned all night.
I'm right there in the boat with you because, and then of course last night, daylight savings time,
Yeah.
the time goes back from 2 a.m. to 1 a.m. for us here. And I got home last night from everything going on in the little get-together that we do sometimes afterwards and all that kind of stuff. I got back to the house at about 1:40 in the morning. 20 minutes later is back to 1 o'clock. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to fall asleep. There's just no way, right? And just going through in my mind, replaying everything that had happened from the moment that we stepped into the building in the afternoon all the way through the event itself. It's just, it's overwhelming sometimes to even think about it. But myself, like you,
Yeah.
I didn't get to sleep until after 2 o'clock in the morning, and like you, tossing and turning, and maybe an hour and a half total.
Sure.
Something along those lines, but it's just amazing. It's just amazing, and now we turn the page to a brand new chapter. A brand new chapter in World League Wrestling, NWA Territory. And something else before we go to break. Mark your calendars, because some more history is going to be made. On January the 11th, it hasn't been done in a very, very, very long time in the St. Louis area, but wrestling will be radio broadcasted.
Nice.
From right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, and it'll emanate from the house that Harley Race built, the Race Wrestling Arena.
What exactly does that mean?
The wrestling matches, myself and Martin Kadich will be calling those matches as if we were doing TV, only we're doing it on the radio, my friend.
Fantastic.
Wow. That's like I said.
Will that be a monthly thing or just a one-time thing?
We're going to see how things go. That's all I can say right now. We're going to see how things go, but I've got a good feeling about it. I think it's going to be tremendous, and I think it's going to be something that it's groundbreaking, just like last night was groundbreaking, just like last night, history in the making.
Yeah.
So many awesome, cool things right around the corner for everybody, fans to employees to the wrestlers to the staff to everybody involved, and not just with World League Wrestling, with the NWA as well. So with that being said, we're going to take our last quick break here, and we continue on here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk right after this.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-308-8292. That's 800-308-8292. 800-308-8292.
Out and about once again in Troy, Missouri. South Lincoln Drive means Country State of Mind Designs. I'm talking with Lisa today. There's a saying that goes, if your business doesn't have a sign, there's no sign of your business.
That's correct.
So Country State of Mind Designs does so much more than just signs. But that's the main thrust of things, right? You're trying to help the visibility of local businesses to ensure their viability.
We thrive on helping you guys be noticeable and recognizable. We can do anything from light signs, flat signs, vehicle graphics, shirts.
You guys have a lot more to offer than just signs.
We do embroidery here. We also have the newest and latest t-shirt with the direct-to-film printer. We actually print in-house.
You guys have a great website at countrystateofminddesigns.com. And if somebody wants to talk about an upcoming project, Lisa, how do they get a hold of you?
636-775-1117, or they can email us at csmdesigns.troy@gmail.com.
Out and about in Troy, Missouri at Country State of Minds at 139 South Lincoln Drive. Come see Lisa and the whole staff today.
The Olean Livestock Market is now the Olean Regional Stockyards and under new ownership. The Olean Regional Stockyards will be holding sales every Monday at 12 noon. For consignment and trucking needs, call Hayden Hurst at 573-690-2705 or Dusty Roberts at 417-298-9755. The Olean Regional Stockyards, same location, 56 Highway FF in Eldon. Our new ownership allows us to make improvements to our facility while maintaining familiarity to our customers. We can't wait to serve you. The Olean Regional Stockyards, the best destination for cattle buyers and sellers.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer and Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy, getting down to 55 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s, heavy intensity rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 60s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 62. In Warrenton it's 64 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer and Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the Gateway Fiber Studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. And of course on all of our Facebook and YouTube and Rumble and X platforms that we are on as well. Like and subscribe to those. Jump on with us, talk with us, interact with us. It's your show as well. And, again, an awesome night last night. So many awesome things are going to happen in the future. Keep your eyes wide open because, wow. But you know what? Something else real quick before we move on. Last night's show, the second time in 3 months, the second show out of 3, double sellout. A double sellout again last night. Whenever I say on here about tickets, and go to harleyrace.com, keep an eye open because those tickets are going to go on sale very soon for December the 14th show. You don't want to wait. If you have any inkling of wanting to go, even if you've never been to, get them, keep an eye on it, get them as soon as those tickets go on sale, because if you wait until the day of and think that you're going to be able to get tickets at the ticket window when you walk in through the doors, chances are slim to none.
Exactly. From a fan's point of view, I want to say something about after the match between Camaro and Steve. You could really feel the love in that whole arena.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
With all the wrestlers coming out, surrounding the ring, with Camaro's family getting into the ring, the hugs, the speech by Camaro. I know it was off the cuff. He had tears in his eyes, and you could see how much it meant to him. But that really just portrays the love, the feeling of the WLW fans and members. And to be part of that was truly awesome. Truly.
Never forget it, right? I watched from the back after the match. Just emotional. You know?
Watching it in the back when that was going on with him in the ring after the match was over with, I couldn't stay in the back.
Yeah.
I couldn't stay in the back. I had to go out there where on the side where the bathrooms are and all that kind of thing, through the main door for us. I had to go out there and feel not just from in the back, because we got that feeling, right?
Oh, when I say the back, I was out there. Like, I wasn't watching on a monitor. I was out there with you, but I was in the back.
It's just like you said before, HD. It's hard to put it in words. It really, truly is, because it's just emotions and feelings that you work so hard, and everybody puts so much effort and work into this that it's just so gratifying. It's just so gratifying to see the way things are going.
Yeah.
For World League Wrestling. And again, I'm gonna say this again. I said it at the beginning. Leland Race, the legacy Leland Race has worked so crazily hard on every aspect of World League Wrestling, and you know what? Number one, it shows. It does. On everything. It shows the hard work that man has put into everything. And this is me personally right now. Doing TV commentary. Doing the interviews. When I first started doing them, it was an absolute dream come true that I never thought was ever even possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to be a part of so many different things, like 73, 74, 75 NWA anniversary shows. You know what? It's because of Leland. Us with our ring there at 74 and 75.
Yep.
Granted, things have to work out. Granted, people have to talk to each other. Granted, it's got to be mutual decisions and all this kind of stuff, right? But it's Leland Race on the behalf of Harley Race. I just wish.
Yeah.
I just wish the big boss was around to see it, but I know
he sees it.
He sees it. He's on every side of the ring.
And he's extremely proud of the legacy Leland Race is doing and everything that he is doing and everything that's about to be done. Thank you so very much, Leland Race.
Yes.
For everything. For everything that you have done for all of us. Because, wow, dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams. Now it's my turn. Thanks,
welcome.
HD.
You're welcome. I think Jeff Wild got into us today.
All right. Do you guys need hugs? I mean,
but and that led to this.
Yeah.
Right here, what we're doing now, being on the radio. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, not one dream, two dreams have come true.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you to John Shepard, one of our owners, and Lee Thompson, the other owner for this station, for allowing me to be a part of this as well. But it never would have happened. None of this would have ever happened without Leland Race and Worldly Wrestling.
Yep.
And the hard work that Leland Race does. We've got about 4 minutes left in the show here. Unfortunately, we didn't get to anything else going on in the world of professional wrestling.
And there's a lot that happened. There we go.
And we'll definitely get to it next week in the 1 hour that we've got next week. But
if we have a special guest, do you really think we're going to get to it?
We may have a special guest. We may not. You know, you just never know. You know, things happen, moving and shaking,
twists and turns.
And in the world of professional wrestling, as they say, HD, you know this as well as I do, anything can happen.
Everything happens.
Everything
happens.
Yeah. Everything happens.
So where can people catch the Showdown? I had a lot of people ask me that last night.
All right, so with World League Wrestling Showdown, you know, keep an eye on WLW's Facebook page. But the best way, because there are things that go on there, from the interviews to the promos to some episodes to excerpts and stuff like that. But for Showdown itself, go to YouTube, like and subscribe to World League Wrestling's channel, and check your local over-the-air TV listings as well. I know here in St. Louis, it's on 22.2. I believe it's either 22.2 or 20.2, and I'll check and make sure that that's right. But between Houston all the way up to Boston, Massachusetts, we're on TV stations all the way through there. Several channels here in the state of Missouri as well. But yeah, if you're outside of those viewing areas, go to YouTube. that's the best way to go. And you know what? Before the end of the year, I'm pretty confident I can say this. Before the end of the year, you'll be able to see everything that happened at last month's event and last night's event as well.
Good.
So, and
because this is a big train that everybody needs to get on.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun.
100%. And like I said, I did not realize we were going to spend the entire 2 hours on World League Wrestling.
Hey, I
but
brought
you know
my
what?
notes.
Hey, it happens,
what's
right?
Crown Jewel got on us?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I don't think anybody cried at Crown Jewel.
No, there was a few tears shed. There was, I'll be honest, there was a few tears that I saw that was, joyful tears because real quick, we'll say, Liv Morgan defeated Nia Jax to become the first ever women's Crown Jewel champion. There were tears that were flowing out of Liv Morgan like a river. Cody Rhodes. What a match that was. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Cody Rhodes taking on Gunther. Close your ears if you haven't seen it. He is now the new Crown Jewel champion. And, of course, I'm speaking of Cody Rhodes. LA Knight, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes. What a match they had for the U.S. title. And LA Knight defending and retaining that championship. The match that didn't get underway. And, of course, I'm speaking of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
The ref was the star of that.
I'm telling you what, brother. I'm telling you. I am telling you. The ladies' championship defended and retained by, or the tag team championship defended and retained by Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And the first match of the night, maybe even a show stealer. The new Bloodline defeating the OG Bloodline, and the whole thing with Sami Zayn. And wow, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it because that event was one heck of an event itself as well. But they ain't got nothing on us.
Yep.
They ain't got nothing on us.
We the ones.
We are the ones. Superfan Tim Williams, I want to say thank you so much to you for coming in and doing the show today. HD Daniels, our referee, thank you so much. Love you guys so much. And again, folks, join us next week for more uncensored wrestling talk right here on KYRO.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 12 o'clock in the Heartland.
This is Ryan Blaney.
Your 2023 NASCAR Cup Series champion.
The following is a production of the Motor